I was not born yet for the year 2000, but from the stories that I've heard, a lot of people were scared and a lot of people were excited to not exactly quite know what was going to happen when the clock and the calendar switched. That's something that I want to touch on a lot, not being certain about what the future holds. So that excitement or fear, I want you to channel that as I draw your attention to another wild year that was close to the year 2004. A handful of events in 2004 ranging from fun to historical to sad. Events that were historic for sports teams as well as historic for the human population too. In this speech about 2004, I'm going to discuss the Boston Red Sox, which won the World Series for the first time in 86 years in 2004, as well as the tsunami earthquake in the Indian Ocean. First, the Boston Red Sox. The Boston Red Sox won their first World Series in 86 years, ending an insanely long drought for Boston Red Sox fans around the world. A quote from A&E in 2009, on October 7th, 2004, the Boston Red Sox won the World Series for the first time since 1918, finally vanquishing their so-called Curse of the Bambino that had plagued them for 86 years. Curse of the Bambino, as explained by Chris Klein, was supposed to be the reason for the 86-year drought, not being able to win a championship after trading Babe the Bambino Ruth in 1919. In that game, when the Boston Red Sox won, they were down 0-3 against the Cardinals. They ended up winning 4 straight games to come back, tie, and then eventually win the series. The Red Sox were always striving to be better. They won the World Series again in 2007, shortly after the 2004 win, sweeping the Rockies for an easy victory. I'm not a huge baseball fan myself, but this event sparked hope into a team when they needed it the most. It is important not to give up when times are hard. The Red Sox proved they could overcome 86 years of adversity. Another 2004 event that proved to be equally as important when met with life-changing events was the Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami. I'd like to touch on this travesty. An article posted by Britannica stated that on December 26, 2004, at 7:59 a.m. local time, an undersea earthquake with a magnitude of 9.1 struck off the coast of the Indonesian island of Sumatra. Over the next 7 hours, a tsunami triggered by the earthquake reached across the Indian Ocean, devastating coastal areas as far as East Africa. There was at least 7 different countries that saw 30-foot waves or higher, and an estimated 228,000 deaths across 15 different countries. This event sparked ideas across the entire world and caused countries to push for better tsunami warnings and better disaster management systems. This tragedy paved way for more lives to be saved across the globe with future tsunamis when they occurred. The people who were lost in this tragedy were mourned at the time of rebuilding and also remembered when monuments and statues were built to remember them so they would never be forgotten. Today I discussed 2 very different events that happened in 2004. The Boston Red Sox winning the World Series for the first time in 86 years and the Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami. I hope that you learned something today, whether it was a historical fact that you didn't know or whether it was something you learned that you can take with you in life to have a new perspective. I hope these 2004 events help you learn to thrive in life by never giving up. As Babe the Bambino Ruth once said, never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game.